This is a presentation of the performance review process for Elizabeth Toby for the class MGT 5380 Performance Management at Edmonton University for Dr. Deanne Sanchez. Introduction. The goal of this presentation is to design and develop a performance review process for a troubled 21st century company. The design of the performance review process will include strategic goals, contextual factors, and future technology. This presentation uses the Home Depot as a troubled company to demonstrate the elements of performance management. At the end of this presentation, you will understand how to relate individual performance appraisal to the organization's performance management process, as well as team and individual performance benefits, appraisal methods, the role each level of the company plays, including human resources, the benefits of performance review processes and performance management. The Home Depot Company Overview. The Home Depot was founded in 1978 by Bernie Marcus and Arthur Blank. The mission of the company has been the same since its start. The Home Depot is in the home improvement business, and our goal is to earn the customer's respect by offering the highest level of service, the broadest selection of products, and the most competitive prices. They're the world's largest home improvement retailer, operating 2,284 stores in the United States, Canada, and Mexico. The company realized more than $100.9 billion in sales and earnings of $8.6 billion in 2017. In 2000, Robert Nardelli took over as CEO for the Home Depot and sought to fix their troubling financial and operational problems by bringing structure to their lax culture, which threatened its future growth. In 2007, CEO Frank Brett Blake was charged with healing the wounds left from Robert Nardelli's cultural upheaval. Home Depot Company Overview continued. The vision statement and values. The Home Depot's vision statement and values are one-stop shopping for the do-it-yourselfer to create a company that would keep alive the values that were important to the founders. Values like respect among all people, excellent customer service, and giving back to the communities and society. They are a values-driven company operating on 8 core values: excellent customer service, taking care of our people, giving back, doing the right thing, creating shareholder value, respect for all people, entrepreneurial spirit, building strong relationships. The Home Depot Strategic Direction. Their strategic framework is represented by a 3-legged stool, which is interconnected retail at the seat, held up by 3 tenets, or the legs: customer service, or customer experience, product authority, and capital allocation driven by the productivity and efficiency. The customer experience. Customer experience means providing seamless, frictionless experience to be in the digital world in the store, at home, or at the job site. Being a product authority means being a leader in product authority by consistently delivering the best and most innovative products at their best value. And capital allocation means investing so that they drive productivity and efficiency worldwide. These close internal and external collaborations will drive growth, value, and productivity for customers and shareholders. The Home Depot Strategic Plan External Factors. Some economics factors to consider are that analysts suspect the United States, the Home Depot's biggest market, is headed toward an economic recession. Some political factors to factor in are the government are changing their international trade agreements, which may open the door for global expansion. There are no social factors. Some technological factors to consider are the fulfillment and distribution of internet sales, 42 of which are sales for pickup orders, where sales are placed online and picked up in the store. The The technology must keep up with increasingly fast-paced online sales to correctly reflect store inventory and increase the ease of purchase and use. Some competitor factors are: they are consistently equal to their competitor Lowe's in customer satisfaction, usually by greater than or equal to 2 points below Lowe's. Some factors regarding their customers are: the Home Depot was rated the worst in customer satisfaction among retailers by the American Customer Satisfaction Index in 2006. Its rating continues to fluctuate by plus or minus 5% to this present day. And some factors to consider with their suppliers are: the Home Depot continues to alter their distribution chain to better serve customers. Many of these changes are trial and error and can affect the availability of goods. The Home Depot strategic plan, internal factors. The organizational structure. For example, human capital has been undervalued since 2006, and the organizational structure deviated from its core values. There have been several unsuccessful attempts at restructuring, primarily within the HR department. Organizational culture. The Home Depot will have to rekindle the organizational culture, which deviated from the founder's relaxed style, and morale hit a low after the former CEO, Nardelli, implemented a new, rigid style of management. They're transitioning from a decentralized fulfillment to integrating 3 new direct fulfillment centers for improved supply chain. The Home Depot momentarily halted store openings to refocus after the organizational changes implemented by CEOs Nardelli and Blake. Presently, they are looking to resume expansion, but are they organizationally prepared to manage additional growth? Furthermore, the Home Depot has increasingly high debt. Total current liabilities increased 30% from Q1 2015 to Q1 2018. The Home Depot gap analysis. Leverage equals opportunity plus strength. The Home Depot's biggest leverage is to invest in their most visible human capital, the frontline associates, who are on the second tier of their inverted pyramid right beneath customers. Face-to-face interaction with these associates directly affects customer experience, productivity, and growth, which are 2 segments of their strategic direction. A constraint equals an opportunity plus weakness. Their biggest constraint is global expansion because their high debt may prevent them from expanding even after international trade agreements have improved. A vulnerability equals a threat plus a strength. Customer satisfaction scores need to improve and can favorably improve with a refocus on human capital, which is their leverage. The problem equals a threat plus a weakness. The combination of increasingly high debt and the suspected recession does not bode well for the Home Depot. The Home Depot mission and vision statement. The Home Depot is in the home improvement business, and our goal is to provide the highest level of service, the broadest selection of products, and the most competitive prices. We are a values-driven company, and our 8 core values include creating shareholder value, entrepreneurial spirit, taking care of our people, respect for all people, doing the right thing, building strong relationships, giving back, and excellent customer service. What is performance management? Performance management is a continuous process of identifying, measuring, and developing the performance of individuals and teams and aligning performance with the strategic goals of the organization. This process is ongoing and is a cycle of setting goals and objectives, observing performance, and giving and receiving ongoing coaching and feedback. There is a direct link between employee performance and organizational goals and makes the employee's contribution to the organization explicit. Performance management answers the questions: what should we do, and how should we do it, and how did we do, and why did it happen? Performance management key components. Corporate goals are short-term and long-term and must be defined at the organization's level so that companies have a clear strategic direction, a mission and vision statements. Team goals, which is team alignment to the organizational goals. It's passing these along to the team members so they know what they're doing. These include management and leadership training, including HR knowledge and support, and an appropriate job analysis to understand the job design, the roles, relationships, and accountabilities that individual is responsible for. Employee goals include employment alignment to the organizational, both professional and personal. Employees are responsible for knowledge, skills, and ability, as well as actions, behavior, results, and follow-up. Performance management is a continuous process of identifying, measuring, and developing the performance of individuals and teams and aligning performance with the strategic goals of the organization. Ideal performance management system includes strategic congruence, context congruence, thoroughness, practicality, meaningfulness, specificity, identification of effective and ineffective performance, reliability, validity, acceptability and fairness, inclusiveness, openness, correctability, standardization, and ethicality. How do we measure performance? Performance data can be collected from a multitude of sources, including supervisors, peers, subordinates, self, and customers. Systems typically include measures of behaviors and results. However, there are two types of performance facets commonly evaluated: task performance and contextual performance. Task performance data include the work being performed by the employee, specific activities and functions which enable the organization to function effectively and efficiently. Contextual performance data include behaviors which contribute to the organization's effectiveness. These include the motivation, the choice to expend effort, level of effort, persistence at that level of effort, volunteering and continuous improvement, helping and cooperating with others, following the rules, respecting authority, and organizational loyalty. Home Depot and performance management. Home Depot currently has a website called My Orange Ladder. This is a performance management communication. It includes tools and a development plan as well. There's a development toolbox, which includes key competencies which align with the Home Depot values and suggestions to improve skills. There is also a development blueprint, where development goals and objectives are included and written down on a form. The Home Depot gives their employees performance management tools via My Orange Ladder. The website empowers the employees to take control of their development. Home Depot performance management analysis. From an organizational standpoint, the communication plan seems solid and the tools are available to employees. The overall message is that of aligning the employee's current role and developmental goal with the mission and vision of the company. Evaluators should also have the tools available to them, though, and prepare them to complete the performance reviews. Unfortunately, many links and resources, including the feedback and past and current performance reviews, are only accessible while at the store, and there aren't many workstations available in the warehouse-like space. Links and resources should be available at all times to the employee. The Home Depot's core values include behaviors in and outside of work. Therefore, restricting access to important feedback and development tools to work hours only limits their most valuable human capital from growing. Additionally, performance data is only reviewed twice a year between the employee and their supervisor. However, the Home Depot does encourage informal conversations where the employee may obtain feedback from peers and customers. Frontline employees interact with customers frequently and have the biggest impact on the Home Depot strategic plan. Therefore, performance should be reviewed on a quarterly basis at a minimum to correct actions that may interrupt these interactions with customers. Performance review and performance management. Performance management is an iterative system that encompasses the entire review period, usually 1 year, with several process steps within its process cycle. These include prerequisites, performance planning, performance execution, performance assessment, performance review, performance renewal, and recontracting. Performance review is a process step within the performance system where the employee and manager meet face-to-face. This may include feedback, coaching, self-appraisal, ratings, or a rewards discussion. These meetings allow the employee to improve their performance by identifying problems and creating solutions to overcome them. They also develop the relationship between the manager and employee. This is the difference between the performance review and performance management. Various roles in performance management include the role of the organization, where they set policies and procedures from the top to bottom, where the organization needs to make their mission and vision statement known. This also includes information and communication, where the strategic plan and the purpose of the performance management system should be communicated regularly. The manager's role is to monitor and evaluate. They also coach employees, note observable behaviors, and give positive feedback regularly. They will also issue rewards and compensation to employees. The employee's role is feedback. They should seek feedback from a variety of sources, especially customers and peers, and integrate this into their development plan, where they must take charge of their development and correct behaviors that may need improvement. HR roles and responsibilities. Human resources role in performance management is in the creation, implementation, and maintenance of the system. They link the performance management plan, especially the performance review, with training. They utilize the system to recruit and hire individuals with the necessary skills for the position. They create job descriptions with key accountabilities, individual and team performance requirements, and expectations. They also create an appropriate appraisal tool, maintain the integrity of the performance management tool, and uphold appeals process, honesty, and fairness of the system. The benefits of implementing a performance management system include: it identifies the direction of the organization, it increases the motivation of the employees, it trains the employees if they need correction in their behaviors and results, it increases job satisfaction, there's a rewards and compensation system in place, and it also reduces the legal risk to the organization. Performance management system implementation procedure includes 1. Prerequisites, 2. Performance planning, 3. Performance execution, 4. Performance assessment, 5. Performance review, and 6. Performance renewal and recontracting. Prerequisites. The organization must understand its mission and strategic goals, employees' job, as well as how those individual goals align with the organization's goals. The strategic plan will define the organization's mission, vision, and goals, and a direction for its future. A job analysis will reveal the knowledge, skills, and abilities required for the position. The job description should describe each in detail, as well as define clear accountabilities and expectations of performance. The Home Depot, specifically HR, must ensure all employees are aware of the strategic plan for an excellent customer experience, superior product authority, and a drive for productivity and growth. Employees, particularly front-line associates, must be aware of the specific job descriptions and accountabilities. 2. Performance planning. Performance planning involves a discussion between the manager and employee about clear performance expectations which satisfy their job role accountabilities. Managers and employees should meet to discuss the employee's goal, their role, results, behaviors, and a development plan to achieve these objectives. The Home Depot should identify performance standards and a method to measure and evaluate each employee. The development plan describes improvement areas and a solution and action plan to improve. 3. Performance execution. There is a shared responsibility between the manager and the employee in this process step. The employee must commit to achieving the discussed goals, perform a self-assessment, be open to communication, feedback, and coaching, collect and share performance data, and prepare performance reviews. The manager must observe and document relevant performance data in preparation for performance reviews, update relevant objectives, provide continuous feedback and coaching, reinforce positive and negative behaviors, provide resources to the employee. The Home Depot should promote training and encourage employees to participate in achieving objectives and meeting with their manager regarding performance information. The organization also give appropriate rewards and recognition to employees. 4. Performance assessment, and 5. Performance review. Assessing the employee for their behaviors and results is imperative. At the Home Depot, the manager and employee should evaluate and discuss specific behaviors and results as part of the assessment and review. The Home Depot values respect for all people and taking care of their people. Therefore, employees are expected to exhibit teamwork, good interactions with peers, and strong relationships. Their contribution to the team is important. Employees are encouraged to perform a self-appraisal. Individual and team performance can be evaluated using appraisal forums and a 360-degree feedback system where employees, peers, and customer satisfaction reviews can provide valuable feedback to the employee. The supervisor should continuously provide feedback to the employee. The peers should evaluate quarterly, and customer satisfaction reviews should be reviewed quarterly as well. The manager should schedule regular follow-up meetings for development goals. 6. Performance renewal and recontracting. The last step is similar to performance planning. Information from previous steps is used to understand and tailor the employee's goals and objectives, or identify faults in the performance management system and change. This step is crucial for the Home Depot. The organization must evaluate the efficacy of the performance management system and use this process to coach their employees in setting SMART goals: small, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, or implement logical changes to their system to improve its relevancy to frontline associates. Skills to enhance performance review process. The following skills are required to enhance the performance review process. These skills should be exhibited by the manager to the employee during the process step. The manager should communicate effectively and clearly to the employee. They should maintain regular communication about both behaviors and results. The manager should also provide coaching to the employee. They should also provide feedback where they measure the employee's performance and progress towards their established goals. They should also point out positives and negatives of the performance for the employee. They should also document relevant performance data that can be used in the performance review process. And finally, they should identify developmental activities or diagnose performance problems where the employee can obtain additional training to be utilized in their development. Some concerns with the review process include: it is uncomfortable to give feedback. Negative feedback is especially difficult for managers and employees, where managers are uncomfortable giving negative feedback and employees are uncomfortable hearing negative feedback. Negative feedback can also be uncomfortable if you're using a 360-degree feedback system where peers or subordinates or customers are giving feedback to the employee. There could be bias and a lack of objectivity. This is particularly prevalent in small groups where there might be favoritism from the manager to other employees. There could also be rating error, especially if the appraisal form is unclear or not direct, or if there is inaccurate training given for the evaluator and for the employee for using developmental goals to improve their performance. The review does not include behaviors and results from the entire review period. Typically, review periods last for 1 year. However, if recent events are more memorable for the manager towards the employee, that could also skew the rating. And finally, employees might lack motivation, particularly if the performance management system is not designed correctly to engage employees, or if the employee has received multiple negative feedback, they may not be interested in improving their performance and may lack motivation during this process. In summary, performance management is a continuous process where the performance of individuals is identified, measured, and developed, which ensures their objectives align with the strategic goals of the organization. Implementation of a performance management system requires a top-down approach where C-level human resources, managers, and supervisors work to provide a direct path between the organization's strategic goals and individual job tasks. Performance management systems promote consistency, motivate employees, improve morale and retention, identify training needs, rewards and compensation, and reduce legal risk to the organization.